Good afternoon, welcome back. So this afternoon we have a whole bunch of things to talk about, but we're not going to get to them all, so we're going to start with one. We are going to augment guitar today in Mentor, Ohio. If you guys watch my channel, you know that I go to Lay's Guitar Loft in Akron all the time for everything that I do. I was turned on by this augment guitar by one of the guitar players at our church, and now from what I know, these people, they do complete finishes, complete builds, all that kind of stuff, setups, pickup changes, electronics, whatever you need. This place is supposed to do everything that Lay's does, just at a smaller scale, like me. But he's probably a little bigger. Well, we're going to see today because we're going to film that when we get there. So we're getting ready to take Pastor Mark's ES 135 Gibson 1996 with the P100s. We're taking this to augment guitar to have a bone nut put in it. This has a synthetic type nut. I don't know if it's plastic or some other kind of synthetic material, but it's real soft, and the strings have sank down enough to where no matter what you do with the bridge, you get fret buzz. And for somebody that needs to play this 2-3 times a week at minimum, it's got to work correctly. So since it is not my guitar, and I have changed a couple nuts, but it's not mine, so I don't want to chance it. Everybody knows Gibson clears over top of the nut, and you always get the little bit of finishing check. But if you don't cut that out right, you're going to end up splintering the finish here around the neck and the nut, or the headstock onto the neck and the nut. So I don't want to do that. I want to take it to a professional and somebody that really knows how to dial it in, because we need this one to work for more than just a month or two, like it did here this last time. So we're going to be taking this to augment guitar to get that done. So before it goes, we're going to go ahead and take a look at it next to a 345 and a 335. So here is Mark's 1996 Gibson ES 135 with the P100 pickups. They do look like a P90, but they are not a P90. They're a stacked humbucker. So it is two P90s on top of each other. And the difference between a stacked humbucker and another humbucker, or just a regular one, is the coils in these kind of humbuckers are side by side. These are stacked, and I can never remember which one is. One of them is wired in series and one is parallel. So those are the difference in a stacked P100 and a regular humbucker. So this here is the 1964 reissue 345. If you guys look at my previous videos, I've done a few videos on this. This has got the baritone switch with 6 different tone capacitors in it. And if you look at my previous videos, you'll see that there was a big giant thing underneath that pickup that looked like some kind of automotive relay. I found out that is a choke for the baritone. And then this is a 2017/2018 335 ES. We will do a whole separate video on that, and we'll tell you why it's a 2017-2018, and we'll tell you what's in it and take a better look at it. So there are the 3 hollow bodies next to each other, why they're right here. My Gibson ES gold top is still down at Lay's Loft, so we were unable to put that here with the collection tonight. So there it is, one final look. This hopefully will be the last time for a while that you have to see this, because if it's back, it means it needs something. So there it is, 1996 Gibson ES 135 with the Florentine, the P100 pickups, and the trapeze tailpiece on it. Very beautiful guitar. It is, well, I might as well mention it now. As you can see, it's a lot thicker than a ES 335 or 345. So this is probably about 2 inches thick, where these are probably about 1.5 inches. So there's the differences on that. So other than that, as you guys seen, the little teaser video of coming home with a truckload of stuff. We brought all this, most of all this, from my dad's house, and we will talk about all this stuff individually here at some point. Lots of amplifiers, lots more Gibsons to talk about. And if you look on the table there are tons of guitars in all those cases. There's quite a few left in the gig bags over there. But before we go to augment guitar, and while we got my dad here, he wants to ask anybody if they have a disc for this Mustang. What is it, Mustang 5?
Yeah, it's a Fender Mustang 5 amp. They discontinued that. They came out with a new series. You were able to download the program from the computer, but they stopped that. It's not offered anymore.
So anybody that has a disc or know where you can get a disc for that?
Yeah, the Fender Fuse disc.
Fender Fuse disc. So if anybody knows where you can get a Fender Fuse disc for a Mustang 5 modeling amp, all these pedals here go to the amplifier. And it just does a whole bunch of stuff. Again, we'll talk about that later, but if you know what it is and you know where we can get that disc, please comment below and shoot me a message about where we can get the disc for that, because he would very much like to be able to use all of its functions. So with that said, we are going to get Mark's guitar cased up and ready to go, because we are going to be leaving here within the hour to take this to get repaired. So just one more look at it, and we will do a video when we go to pick it up to see how the nut turned out and all that. So you will see this one more time when we pick it up, but here is the goodbye, and hopefully it's the final goodbye for quite a while. I mean, eventually it will need work again, but we hope it doesn't need it anytime soon. So there it is, 1996 Gibson ES 135, going for a bone nut. So thank you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned. As you see, there's going to be plenty of content to talk about. Pop's there, be in and out of videos. Kevin will be in and out of videos. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching.